everybody. Jeff Murray here with Bishops Bay Country Club's boat operation. Just want to give you some reminders on our 15-minute operation here, safety check. So a few things you're going to need to know before taking the boat out. One thing, all children under 12 must wear their life jacket. So this is during operation anytime they're on the boat, so they need to wear their life jackets, and we provided these for you. So make sure that they have their life jacket on, and if you're out on the water and the DNR comes along and you don't have these on, they'll give you a ticket. So make sure that you have all your 12 and under children in their life jacket at all times when on the boat. We've provided life jackets for everyone on board, so make sure that you have them. And of course, it is recommended you wear them. Anyways, enough said about that. They're located underneath all the seats around the vessel. Also located in here is a first aid kit. This also has some emergency supplies in it as well, and a safety cushion, which is a life preserver. You can throw it to somebody who may fall overboard. Also in this area, you'll find a fire extinguisher in case you need it and something would happen on board. You can find that in this front forward cabin, so you'll have that as well. All of these cup holders just simply fit into these areas, and you can put them anywhere you want to as you're enjoying your boat ride. In this area right here, you'll find some extra bumpers. So as if you dock anywhere, you can put these alongside. Make sure you keep our boat nice and safe and don't get any dings and so forth. As we move to the back of the vessel, I want to show you some of these areas. In these cabins, underneath these seats, you'll find more life preservers and things like that. There's also some storage underneath here if you need extra storage and so forth with things you're bringing on board. Some items that you might need if you run into any issues. We have our battery down here and a safety reset button, which is this button right here. If you lose power, that's the first area to check. Also, we have our anchor and a very long areas if you're anchoring out in the water. So you're all set there. Okay, so just a little operation. I think probably many of you are aware of this, but to use these, you just lift up to open this area right here. That's on the front forward and the back as well, so you can utilize that. The rain cover and so forth, very easy. Just pull it forward, unzip it, and all these come apart, and you can attach them all the way over to if you get into some rain or any trouble like that. This vessel also has a ladder. If you're getting out into the water, very simple. You're just simply going to unhook it here, release this down into the water so you can climb out of the water. Just make sure you bring that back up and safety chain it as you're coming back in. So this is a Mercury 115 horsepower. It will trim up and down from your throttle control. So make sure when you're in shallow water like you see here, that you trim the motor up to make sure you protect the propellers. Remember, any damage is caused to the boat are on the primary member that's driving. So anyways, now let's move into the operation of the vessel. Very simple operation. This starts with just simply putting in your key. You'll hear it. Make sure that the safety is up in the run position. This is the most common problems. It would be in the down position. It needs to be up in the run position. Make sure it's good and firm. When you turn it on, you'll hear a good solid sound. That just tells you we're in good working order, okay? And then this, you don't need to crank it over like like an old car or anything like that. You just simply hit it and it'll start up, and then let go of it, It's got a smart start, so the engine will start automatically. It's good to go. Don't worry about it. You can hear the engine. I'm going to trim it up, and I know where my trim is because of right here. I can see where it's at, just to make sure I'm not getting anywhere near any rocks or any kind of low area. So I'm going to turn on my master power. That gives me power to all the dashboard. I can also turn on my depth finder. Okay, I turn on my master power. That gives me power to all the dashboard and controls. Then I turn on my depth finder here. That makes sure I know the depth of the water I'm in, so I can trim up my motor and make sure I know exactly where I'm at. Motor trims right here on the throttle, up and down. That gives me the ability to make sure I don't damage any of the propellers and so forth. In my throttle going forward, this will take the boat forward, or in back, it'll take the boat in reverse. On the controls across here, accessories and so forth, these don't have any control. There's nothing connected to these at this time, so don't worry about those. Your courtesy lights are just lights on inside the vessel if I need to see something, if I was at night, but we don't rent the boat at night, so really no need there. Okay, dock lights, that's around the perimeter of the boat outside. Again, that would be more for use at night. And then navigation lights, that would be up top in your forward and your bow lights. Again, that would be more for dusk lights and so forth like that. Horn, that would be if you're in trouble and you need assistance from the DNR or a sheriff going through the water or so forth. You would have 5 short blasts. Beep, 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 right? 5 short blasts would be a distress call, and of course you would know that from your paperwork and the things that we sent out. Otherwise, you would not use the horn because it's not for, hey, get out of my way type thing. 5 short blasts is a distress call, so that's one thing you would know. Speedometer, your battery control, your RPMs, and we don't want you to get anywhere above 5 in your RPMs, okay? We do check the fuel and everything to make sure you're full before you leave. That's all good. And then your radio controls are right here. You can Bluetooth your device. Very, very easy to just BT and Bluetooth, and it'll connect. This is actually connected to my phone now, but very easy to control the radio right here with your zones and so forth when you're Bluetooth. It's actually hooked up to my phone right now. Or you can just simply connect it and listen to the FM radio station or whatever you'd like to. So has a nice stereo in it, which is really nice, and you can pick any channel you want to and so forth for enjoying that. Steering much, you've all went through boats. I'm not going to go into the steering and things like that, because if you're driving the boat, obviously you know how to drive it. So very good information there. Make sure that when you do turn off the boat, you always remember to take the key. You don't leave the key in the boat. Very important. It is a floating key, the one that you'll be provided with. So make sure you always take the key out and keep it with you if you're parking the vessel somewhere, so that it doesn't take off without you. So those are important things to remember when you're using the club boat. We want to keep everybody safe. That's the most important thing. Thank you very much, and we hope you have a great time out there on the water.